Section 5.5 in our book is about trapezoids, and a trapezoid is defined as a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. So when we look at this, we have these two sides that are parallel, and when it says exactly one pair, that means the other sides may not be parallel. Because if they were parallel, this would be a parallelogram, and a trapezoid is classified as being something completely different. So with exactly one pair of parallel sides, we have some parts of a trapezoid to talk about. The bases are the two sides that are parallel. Now they can be on the sides as well. We can have, ooh, that's not very pretty. Let's try that again. The bases could be like this. We could have bases here, and then the two legs are the non-parallel sides. Okay. Now, if we ever talk about an isosceles trapezoid is just one with congruent legs. So here we have two congruent legs right there. And Theorem 518 is about the base angles of an isosceles trapezoid, and it says the base angles are congruent. Now, if you look here, we have two bases, which means we have two pairs of base angles. These two are congruent here, and these two are congruent here. Now, we don't mean when we say base angles are congruent that these two are congruent. They would be supplementary because these lines are parallel and they're same side interiors, but they are not congruent to each other. It's these base angles are congruent and these base angles. Next, we're going to talk about a median. Now, a median is a segment that joins the midpoints of the legs of a trapezoid. So the median of a trapezoid would go from here to here because we're going to connect these here, the midpoint to a midpoint, and we would go all the way to there. Some people would call this a mid-segment of a trapezoid. In our book, it's defined as a median. And the median of the trapezoid has two characteristics that are very important. Number one, it's parallel to the other bases. So if we draw a median here, okay, this is going to end up being parallel to the other two parallel sides, being the bases. And also, its length is the average of the bases. So if this one up here is 18, and this one down here is 24, by looking at it, you can see that it's going to be between those two lengths. It's slightly longer than 18 and shorter than 24. And to find this length right here, you average those two. So it's 18 plus 24 divided by 2 is going to give you x. Okay, so the x is going to end up being 21 units long. And this will actually come in very handy when we do calculations later. And that's the end.